Have you ever looked at your bank account and thought, wait a minute, I am working harder than I did 5 years ago, so why do I feel poorer? You are not alone. Millions of people around the world are asking the exact same question. They wake up early, work long hours, pay their bills, try to save money, yet somehow, life feels more expensive than ever. Let's start with a simple question. Imagine you received a 5% pay rise this year. Sounds great, right? But then rent went up 8%, insurance went up 10%, electricity went up 12%, food went up 15%. Suddenly, your pay rise doesn't feel like a pay rise anymore. You are earning more money, but your money is buying less. This is one of the biggest reasons people feel poorer today. Not because they are lazy, not because they failed, but because the cost of living is rising faster than their income. There is an invisible thief that steals from almost everyone. Its name is inflation. Inflation means money loses purchasing power over time. Think about your grandparents. A house that once cost $50,000 may now cost over $1 million in some cities. Did houses become 20 times better? Not necessarily. Warren Buffett once said, the best protection against inflation is your own earning power. In other words, the more valuable your skills become, the harder it is for inflation to leave you behind. Right now, we are living through unusual times, wars in important regions, higher energy prices, supply chain disruptions, rising government debt, global uncertainty. When oil becomes more expensive, transportation becomes more expensive. When transportation becomes more expensive, products become more expensive. When products become more expensive, families feel the pressure. The result? The same paycheck buys fewer goods and services. There is another reason many people feel poor. The world changed years ago. One income could often support a family. Today, technology moves faster. Competition is global. AI is changing jobs. Companies can hire talent from anywhere. The value of routine work is falling. The value of specialized skills is rising. This doesn't mean people are failing. It means the rules of the game changed. Many people are still playing by yesterday's rules. Here is something nobody talks about. Sometimes we don't actually become poorer. We simply feel poorer. Why? Comparison. Social media shows us luxury lifestyles every day. Private jets, dream homes, expensive vacations. But what we see is usually the highlight reel, not reality. A person earning $100,000 today may feel poorer than someone earning $40,000 30 years ago because expectations have changed. The comparison game has no finish line. Wealth grows slowly. Most people overestimate what can happen in 1 year. They underestimate what can happen in 10 years. Many wealthy people focus on owning assets. Assets are things that can grow and produce income. Examples include businesses, investments, or shares in stock market real estate. Skills. Intellectual property is a legal right, so competitors cannot steal or copy them. While many people spend their lives working for money, assets quietly work around the clock. That is one reason wealth often grows faster for asset owners than wage earners. So why do we feel poorer? Because several forces are happening at the same time. Living costs are rising. Asset prices are rising. Money loses purchasing power over time. Technology is changing jobs. Comparison is everywhere. And many people were never taught how money actually works. The problem isn't simply that people are working less. In many cases, they are working harder than ever. The problem is that the financial system rewards ownership different. What can ordinary people do? First, don't panic. Second, don't give up. History shows that people can adapt, focus on increasing your value, learn new skills, improve financial education, understand how money works. Build savings when possible. Think long-term. Most importantly, turn part of your income into assets whenever possible. Remember, the goal isn't to get rich overnight. The goal is to slowly build a stronger financial future. Now, if you want to survive this inflation crisis, you have to play the game based on your local currency. The world is split into two groups right now, those inside the US with a skyrocketing dollar, and everyone else with a falling currency. Here is exactly what to buy, what to sell, and what to do.
This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research and consider seeking professional advice before making financial decisions.
If you are in the USA and in high US dollar, your currency is strong, which means your purchasing power for foreign goods is high, but high interest rates are crushing local assets. What to buy? Short-term American Treasury bonds. Park your cash here. They are paying the highest risk-free yields in decades because of high interest rates. With the Federal Reserve holding interest rates elevated, you can earn a guaranteed risk-free return of over 4.5% to 5.2%, completely protected from equity market crashes. For the action plan for active traders, use strict, short-term technical swings on defensive indices. When the 4 index climbs past 20, look for tactical entries into traditional defensive sectors like American Consumer Staples, XLP, or American Utilities such as XLU. People must turn on their lights and buy groceries regardless of the macroeconomic cycle. Okay, what to sell for American dollar investors? Knowing what to sell is even more important than knowing what to buy. Selling allows you to cut toxic risks, raise cash, and clean up your portfolio. If you are trading in US dollars, a high dollar index DXY over 101 gives you massive purchasing power. Your goal is to sell assets that are highly vulnerable to a cooling physical economy and a rising fear gauge 4 approaching 19. Sell. Small American companies rely heavily on short-term bank debt to survive. With the Fed holding interest rates high, these companies face a massive wave of expensive debt refinancing. Sell them before their profit margins collapse. It is not a bad idea to trim American companies that make most of their money overseas, like big tech. When they convert their foreign earnings back into strong US dollars, their profits look much smaller, crushing their stock price. Okay, now, if you are outside the America, lower local currency. If you are in Australia or India, your local currency is falling against the American dollar. This means everything imported, like oil and tech, is getting more expensive, driving up your local inflation. What to buy? American dollar-denominated assets? Move some cash into unhedged US stock ETFs like IVIV in Australia. As the American dollar rises, the currency conversion automatically boosts the value of your investment in local terms. Local commodities. Buy physical assets or local companies that export goods, like mining or agriculture. They sell their goods in American dollars, but pay their local workers in cheap local currency, making them highly profitable. What to sell? Long-term local government bonds. Sell them. Rising global yields mean the capital value of long-term bonds is getting destroyed. Avoid or sell shares in local businesses that rely heavily on buying raw materials from overseas. Their margins are getting wiped out.
The biggest surprise about money is this: most people spend their lives chasing it, but very few spend time understanding it. And perhaps that is why so many people feel trapped. In our next episode, we'll answer an even bigger question: where does money actually come from? Because once you understand where money comes from, you'll never look at the world the same way again. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep learning, and keep asking questions. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode.